Have you ever wondered when your money starts working harder than you? Not just saving, not just adding to your retirement account every month, but when compounding quietly takes over and your portfolio grows almost on its own? For many women over 45, this is the ultimate financial turning point. Whether you're catching up on savings, thinking about retiring soon, or just hoping to feel confident about your future, understanding the crossover point can completely change how you see your money. Today, we're going to walk through when your contributions matter less than your investments, why it's a game changer, and how you can leverage it to gain financial freedom, even if you're starting a little later in life. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand your personal crossover point but also feel motivated to let your money do the heavy lifting. Let's start simple. Imagine your money as a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small, and every little push you give it matters. This is like your contributions to your retirement account. Every dollar you invest, every month you save, moves that snowball forward. But eventually, something magical happens. The snowball grows so big that it starts rolling on its own, picking up more snow than you could ever add manually. That's the crossover point. It's the moment when the growth of your portfolio, thanks to compounding, starts outpacing the contributions you're making. Here's an example. Imagine you have $50,000 invested and you're contributing $20,000 a year. Early on, your contributions are the engine driving growth. But if your portfolio grows to $500,000 and the market returns 7% in a year, that's $35,000 in growth, already more than your $20,000 contribution. That's your crossover. From that moment, compounding is doing more work than you are. Understanding this moment is crucial because it changes your mindset about saving, investing, and planning for retirement. Now, let's break down the key milestones you'll likely experience along the path to your crossover point. 1. The first $10,000 invested. Not huge in dollar terms, but psychologically important. This is your proof that saving works. You can see it growing, even if slowly. 2. The first $100,000. This is where momentum begins. The market's growth starts to become visible, and you realize compounding is real. 3. $300,000 invested. At this stage, your contributions and portfolio growth are roughly equal. This is a subtle but important milestone. The snowball is starting to get heavy. 4. $500,000 invested, the crossover point. Growth surpasses your contributions. Your money is now working harder than you are. This is where long-term financial independence starts to feel tangible. 5. Portfolio return exceeds your annual income. Imagine earning more from your investments than your job provides. That's the freedom stage. Your portfolio now supports choices, not obligations. Each milestone comes with an emotional benefit, relief, security, and a sense of accomplishment. These aren't just numbers, they're markers of your journey to financial freedom. Next, let's talk about Coast Fire. Coast Fire is the idea that you save aggressively early on, reach a specific target, and then let compounding take over until retirement. Here's an example. You want $2 million by 65. If you save aggressively and reach $187,000 by age 30, compounding alone could grow it to $2 million without adding another dime. For women 45 plus, Coast Fire may look different. Maybe you start later, or your early contributions are smaller. Even reaching a partial milestone, like $150,000 to $200,000, can dramatically reduce the pressure in the coming years. The power of Coast Fire is psychological as much as financial. The exact moment your contributions stop being the main driver of growth is different for everyone. It depends on your annual savings, portfolio size, and the returns you earn. For example, if you're saving $10,000 a year, your crossover might happen when your portfolio reaches around $150,000 to $250,000. At this stage, your portfolio growth starts to match or surpass what you're actively contributing. If you're saving $20,000 a year, that crossover may occur later, roughly $300,000 to $500,000. Your contributions still matter, but compounding is gaining strength. If you're saving aggressively, say $40,000 annually, the crossover might happen closer to $600,000 to $800,000 invested. Other factors shift this point. Market returns. A portfolio growing at 7 to 8% hits crossover faster than one growing at 5%. Age when you start. If you start later, your contributions may matter longer to catch up. Existing assets. A higher starting principal accelerates compounding. The key takeaway? Understanding your personal crossover range allows you to make smart decisions without stress. You'll know when you can relax a bit, scale back contributions, or even focus on enjoying life while your money quietly grows in the background. Once you identify your crossover point, here's how to leverage it effectively. Stay disciplined early. Continue contributing aggressively while your portfolio is still growing. Every dollar helps your snowball roll faster. Avoid panic withdrawals. Don't touch your investments unless absolutely necessary. Compounding works best uninterrupted. Track your milestones visually, use charts or apps to see your portfolio versus contributions. Watching your crossover approach is both motivating and reassuring. Balance life and finances. Once crossover is reached, consider scaling back contributions or redirecting money toward experiences, family, or health. Your portfolio will continue growing even if you slow down. Keep your investments diversified. Compounding only works optimally when your money is invested wisely, not concentrated in a single stock or sector. Emotionally, knowing your personal crossover point reduces stress and boosts confidence. You'll feel more in control, knowing that your portfolio is now carrying more weight than your own contributions, giving you real freedom to focus on what matters most in life. Let's make this more relatable with stories from women who've experienced these milestones. Story 1. Maria, 46. Maria started saving late but contributed $15,000 a year consistently. By age 53, she hit her crossover point. Her portfolio growth now outpaced her contributions. She was able to reduce her monthly savings and finally take a long-delayed vacation to Europe. The relief of knowing compounding was doing the heavy lifting gave her both financial and emotional freedom. Linda, 52. Linda had maxed out early contributions and reached $500,000 invested. She realized her portfolio could double in the next decade without additional input. This allowed her to focus on volunteer work, creative hobbies, and family instead of stressing about saving every extra dollar. She now views investing as a quiet, reliable partner supporting her lifestyle. Janet, 49. Janet's contributions were smaller, around $10,000 a year, and she didn't start investing until her late 40s. She worried she would never catch up. By visualizing milestones, first $50,000, then $100,000, she watched compounding slowly start to carry the weight. Reaching the crossover point around $200,000 invested gave her a new sense of confidence. She knew she could achieve retirement goals without overworking herself. These stories show that it's never too late to benefit from compounding. Even starting in your 40s or 50s, identifying your crossover point gives clarity, freedom, and the confidence to enjoy life while your investments quietly grow. The crossover point is the moment your portfolio growth outpaces your contributions. Early on, your savings drive progress. Later, compounding becomes the star, giving you freedom, confidence, and peace of mind. Every milestone along the way, $10,000, $100,000, $500,000, portfolio greater than income, matters. Celebrate them, track them, let your money quietly work for you. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more guidance tailored for women 45+, and share this video with a friend who could benefit. Remember, your money can work harder than you ever could, if you let compounding take the lead.